I don't think people understand how cycling zones actually work. When you decide you want to get fitter on the bike, you may come across the concept of zone training, but it can be very hard to train in the right zone correctly and know exactly what each zone feels like. Zone training is an age-old method of getting more out of your training because it allows you to work on specific aspects of your riding in a controlled way. It's the endurance sport world's version of lifting weights, controlling intensity to get stronger over time. Most cyclists use 6 training zones, and each has a specific purpose. Zone 1 is the easiest, useful for cooling down, warming up, or when you want to be on your bike without getting tired. You can talk normally, not out of breath, and it's quite enjoyable. Most riders find it hard to stay in Zone 1 on anything but flat roads. Zone 2 has become a buzzword recently. It's a relatively easy way of building fitness without trying too hard. You can still talk, but you're slightly out of breath. This may surprise some people, but Zone 2 is actually quite hard when done correctly. Zone 3 is the forgotten zone. People have been very rude about Zone 3, saying it's both too hard and not hard enough. You're getting similar training stimulation as Zone 2, but at a much greater cost in terms of fatigue, yet not getting as much benefit as Zone 4. Zone 4 is where things get spicy. This is an effort level you can hold for around 30 minutes to an hour. You're really out of breath, and while your legs aren't hurting at the start, they will be by the end. The common mistake is going too hard too early. Zone 5 is where you switch to a totally different energy system. You're going anaerobic. This isn't sustainable for long, just short efforts and intervals. You're extremely out of breath, the sort of punch you need to get over a short, steep climb. Zone 6 is maximum effort, all you've got. This is your sprint, your final kick, your absolute limit. The cyclists who make the most progress aren't just following zones based on numbers. They understand how each zone should feel and how to pace themselves properly within each one. If you want one-on-one coaching to optimize your training zones and transform your cycling performance, send us zones in the comments.